Three's Company was a groundbreaking sitcom that captivated audiences with its hilarious misunderstandings and unforgettable characters. While the show remains a beloved classic, many of its talented cast members are no longer with us. Some left too soon due to tragic circumstances, while others lived long and remarkable lives before passing. Today, we honor the actors who brought this iconic series to life, reflecting on their careers, struggles, and lasting legacies. John Ritter as Jack Tripper. John Ritter was born on September 17, 1948 in Los Angeles, California. At 28, he brought the lovable Jack Tripper to life in Three's Company, 1976, portraying a charming but clumsy aspiring chef who pretended to be gay to share an apartment with two women. His comedic timing and physical humor quickly made him a star. Despite the sitcom's success, Ritter struggled to escape being typecast, and it wasn't until his role in 8 Simple Rules that he found a new avenue for his talent. On September 11, 2003, tragedy struck when Ritter collapsed on set. Initially misdiagnosed with a heart attack, doctors later realized he had suffered an aortic dissection. At just 54, his unexpected death left fans and family devastated, adding a somber chapter to his beloved career. Don Knotts as Ralph Furley. Don Knotts, born on July 21, 1924 in Morgantown, West Virginia, was 55 when he joined Three's Company, 1979, as Ralph Furley, the quirky landlord with an over-the-top personality. A comedy icon from The Andy Griffith Show, Knotts seemed to effortlessly bring humor to every scene, but in private, he grappled with severe anxiety and depression. Despite his success, his personal life was turbulent, with 2 divorces behind him and a 3rd marriage to Francie Yarborough that offered some stability. As he aged, health issues, including macular degeneration, took a toll. On February 24, 2006, at 81, Knotts passed away from pulmonary complications, a far cry from the vibrant, funny man audiences adored. Suzanne Somers as Chrissy Snow. Suzanne Somers, born on October 16, 1946 in San Bruno, California, was 31 when she first played Chrissy Snow in Three's Company, 1977. The blonde bombshell quickly became a fan favorite with her naive and bubbly character. But behind the scenes, Somers battled a ruthless Hollywood system that ultimately led to her firing in 1980 after she demanded equal pay. Undeterred, she reinvented herself as a successful fitness and health entrepreneur. After 2 marriages, including one to Bruce Somers, and raising her son, she found love with Alan Hamel. Sadly, her life was marked by a difficult battle with cancer, which resurfaced in 2023. On October 15, 2023, just 1 day before her 77th birthday, Somers passed away, leaving behind a complex legacy of both triumph and struggle. Audra Lindley as Helen Roper. Audra Lindley was born on September 28, 1918, in Los Angeles, California. She was 58 when she joined Three's Company, 1976, as Helen Roper, the frustrated and lonely wife yearning for passion in her dull marriage. Off-screen, Lindley's love life mirrored her character's struggles, with a divorce from actor James Whitmore and a life spent largely alone. Her acting career, though long, often left her feeling sidelined as Hollywood overlooked aging actresses. Despite a diagnosis of leukemia, Lindley continued working until her health failed. On October 16, 1997, at 79, Lindley quietly passed away, leaving behind a career marked by both success and solitude. Anne Wedgeworth as Lana Shields. Anne Wedgeworth, born on January 21, 1934, in Abilene, Texas, was 45 when she joined Three's Company, 1979, as Lana Shields, the glamorous divorcee who relentlessly pursued Jack Tripper. Though she earned a Tony Award in 1978, Hollywood often relegated Wedgeworth to brief roles or forgettable characters, leaving her career a mix of brief highs and bitter disappointments. Her personal life was marked by a tumultuous first marriage to actor Rip Torn, whose temper and rumored infidelities led to a difficult divorce. Wedgeworth later found more stability in her second marriage to Ernie Martin, but the industry's neglect left her feeling overshadowed. After years of illness, Wedgeworth passed away on November 16, 2017, at 83, remembered for both her talents and the unfulfilled potential of her career. Norman Fell as Stanley Roper. Norman Fell was born on March 24, 1924, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. At 52, he joined Three's Company, 1976, bringing the grumpy and suspicious Stanley Roper to life, a character whose lack of affection for his wife became a recurring joke. Though his sharp comedic timing made him a beloved part of the show, Fell never quite embraced the fame that followed. When he left for the ill-fated spin-off The Ropers, his career faltered, and he struggled to find meaningful roles. His personal life mirrored this turmoil, with 2 marriages ending in divorce, leading him to become increasingly reclusive. Diagnosed with bone cancer in his final years, Fell endured immense suffering before passing away on December 14, 1998, at 74. Leaving behind a career marked by unfulfilled potential. Peter Mark Richman as Reverend Snow. Peter Mark Richman, born on April 16, 1927, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, was 51 when he portrayed Reverend Luther Snow in Three's Company, 1978, Chrissy's stern, conservative father. Richman's career spanned decades, but despite his extensive experience in television and film, he never reached the level of stardom he sought. Off-screen, his obsession with his work and strained marriage to Helen Richman left him feeling isolated and unfulfilled. Though surrounded by family, he struggled with loneliness, never achieving the recognition he longed for. In his later years, his health deteriorated due to multiple ailments, and on January 14, 2021, he passed away at 93, his death marking the end of a quietly unfulfilled career. Robert Mandan as James Bradford. Robert Mandan was born on February 28, 1932, in Cleveland, Ohio. At 52, he joined Three's Company, 1984, as the suave and polished James Bradford, a character exuding charm and wealth, qualities Mandan often aspired to. Despite a steady career in television, Mandan never reached the heights of fame he had hoped for, leaving him yearning for greater recognition. His personal life mirrored this disappointment. His marriage was strained by emotional distance, and they had no children. As he aged, his health declined due to a prolonged illness, and on April 29, 2018, he passed away at 86, his death quietly passing in an industry that had largely moved on. Emmeline Henry as J.C. Braddock. Emmeline Henry was born on May 21, 1929, in Los Angeles, California. She was 49 when she joined Three's Company, 1978, as J.C. Braddock, a no-nonsense lawyer whose professional demeanor often clashed with Chrissy's lighthearted personality. Despite her sharp portrayal of J.C., Henry's own life was marked by professional disappointments, often relegated to minor roles in Hollywood. She married actor Mark Roberts, but their relationship grew strained, and financial stress only added to the pressure. In early 1979, Henry was diagnosed with a brain tumor, which she kept hidden while continuing to work. Tragically, the illness progressed rapidly, and on October 8, 1979, she passed away at 50, her career ending abruptly and quietly. Barbara Stewart as Martha. Barbara Stewart was born on January 30, 1930, in Paris, Illinois. At 50, she joined Three's Company, 1980, playing Martha, a warm and friendly presence on the show. Despite her extensive career, Stewart never achieved the A-list fame many of her peers enjoyed. Her marriage to actor Dick Gautier was tumultuous, plagued by jealousy and career struggles. Though they had a daughter, their relationship deteriorated, and Stewart became increasingly isolated. As she grew older, work became scarce, and she withdrew from Hollywood, battling depression and loneliness. On May 15, 2011, she passed away at 81, her contributions largely forgotten by the industry she had dedicated her life to. Macon McCalman as Roland Wood. Macon McCalman was born on December 30, 1932, in Nashville, Tennessee. At 47, he portrayed Roland Wood, Janet's well-meaning but overbearing father, on Three's Company, 1979. McCalman's career consisted of steady character roles, but he never broke into Hollywood's upper echelon, always remaining on the industry's periphery. His personal life was equally solitary. He never married or had children, dedicating himself to a craft that never fully satisfied him. In his later years, his health declined rapidly due to multiple strokes, leaving him weak and dependent on others. With no immediate family to lean on, McCalman passed away on November 29, 2005, at 72, his passing barely acknowledged by the industry that had never fully embraced him. Irene Tedrow as Martha. Irene Tedrow was born on May 4, 1903, in Wichita, Kansas. At 76, she joined Three's Company, 1979, portraying Martha, a stern and authoritative figure who often clashed with the carefree characters around her. Tedrow had spent decades in Hollywood, often typecast as strict mothers and teachers, but as she aged, the roles that once defined her became fewer and farther between. Her personal life was marked by hardship as she was widowed young and raised her children alone. As the years passed, her health declined, and family visits became infrequent. On March 10, 1995, Tedrow passed away at 87 after suffering a stroke, her name fading from public memory in the years that followed. Keene Curtis as Andrew Gaynor. Keene Curtis was born on February 15, 1923, in Spokane, Washington. At 56, he joined Three's Company, 1979, playing Andrew Gaynor, a refined, wealthy character who added a touch of sophistication to the series. Curtis was a dedicated theater actor, but despite his considerable talent, he never achieved the Hollywood fame he sought. His career was filled with supporting roles, and he never quite broke through to mainstream success. Curtis remained unmarried and childless, devoting his life entirely to his craft. In his later years, he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, and his once sharp mind began to deteriorate. Curtis passed away on October 13, 2002, at 79, his brilliant stage presence fading away with his memory. Dick O'Neill as Walter Nessel. Dick O'Neill was born on August 29, 1931, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He was 47 when he appeared in Three's Company in 1979, playing Walter Nessel, a gruff yet authoritative character. O'Neill, a seasoned character actor, worked on numerous TV shows and films but never achieved widespread recognition. Despite a steady career, he often found himself relegated to minor roles, a frustration that lingered throughout his life. He married actress Natalie Cor, but their struggles with infertility added emotional strain. As he aged, chronic heart disease took its toll, leading to multiple surgeries and hospitalizations. By the late 1990s, his condition worsened, and he passed away on November 17, 1998, at the age of 70 from heart failure. His contributions to the industry largely overlooked. Lucille Ball as herself. Lucille Ball was born on August 6, 1911, in Jamestown, New York. At 71, she made a special appearance as herself in Three's Company in 1982. A trailblazer of television, Ball revolutionized the industry with I Love Lucy, but faced setbacks in her later years, particularly with the failure of Life with Lucy in 1986. Her personal life, marked by the tumultuous marriage to Desi Arnaz, was also a source of pain. Despite later marrying comedian Gary Morton, the relationship lacked the passion of her first marriage. In her final years, she battled heart disease, worsened by decades of smoking. After undergoing emergency heart surgery in 1989, she suffered a ruptured abdominal aorta shortly after and passed away on April 26, 1989, at 77, leaving behind a legacy that was overshadowed by personal regrets. Dick Sargent as Lloyd Cross. Dick Sargent was born on April 19, 1930, in Oneonta, New York. He was 47 when he appeared as Lloyd Cross in Three's Company in 1977, portraying a witty and charming character. Best known as the second Darren on Bewitched, Sargent struggled with being overshadowed by his predecessor, which affected his career. He also battled with his sexuality during a time when being openly gay could harm one's career, a secret he kept for many years. Despite finding peace later in life and becoming an activist in the 1990s, Sargent's battle with advanced prostate cancer took a toll. He passed away on July 8, 1994, at 64, after finally embracing his truth but too late to fully live it. Priscilla Merill as Mrs. Snow. Priscilla Merill was born on June 4, 1927, in Medford, Massachusetts. At 50, she portrayed Mrs. Snow in Three's Company, a character embodying rigidity and conservative values. Despite a respectable television career, Merill often found herself in supporting roles, never achieving widespread recognition. She married actor Paul Hendley Bryson in 1954, but their union remained childless, a source of personal sorrow. Later in life, she battled kidney disease, enduring numerous treatments that left her physically and emotionally drained. She passed away on November 9, 1994, at 67, due to complications from a kidney infection. Anne Wedgeworth as Lana Shields. Anne Wedgeworth, born on January 21, 1934, in Abilene, Texas, was 45 when she joined Three's Company, 1979, as Lana Shields, the glamorous divorcee who relentlessly pursued Jack Tripper. Though she earned a Tony Award in 1978, Hollywood often relegated Wedgeworth to brief roles or forgettable characters, leaving her career a mix of brief highs and bitter disappointments. Her personal life was marked by a tumultuous first marriage to actor Rip Torn, whose temper and rumored infidelities led to a difficult divorce. Wedgeworth later found more stability in her second marriage to Ernie Martin, but the industry's neglect left her feeling overshadowed. After years of illness, Wedgeworth passed away on November 16, 2017, at 83, remembered for both her talents and the unfulfilled potential of her career. Audra Lindley as Helen Roper. Audra Lindley was born on September 28, 1918, in Los Angeles, California. She was 58 when she joined Three's Company, 1976, as Helen Roper, the frustrated and lonely wife yearning for passion in her dull marriage. Off-screen, love life mirrored her struggles, with a divorce from actor Whitmore and a life spent long. Her acting career was long, often sidelined as Hollywood overlooked ages. Despite a diagnosis of leukemia, Lindley continued working until her health failed. On October 16, 1997, at 7, Lindley quietly passed away, leaving behind a career marked by both success and solitude. Macon McCalman as Roland Wood. Macon McCalman was born on December 30, 1932, in Nashville. At 47, he played Roland Wood, Janet's bearing father, on Three's Company, 79. McCalman had steady character roles, but he never broke Wood's upper echelon, always on the industry's periphery. personal life was equally. He never married children, dedicating himself to a craft that never fully satisfied him. In his later years, his health declined rapidly due to multiple strokes, leaving him weak and dependent on others. With no immediate family to lean on, McCalman passed away on November 29, 2005, at 72, his passing barely acknowledged by the industry that had never fully embraced him. Who was your favorite character on Three's Company? How do you feel knowing that many of the actors have passed away? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss future content. Thanks for watching.